Hello people of the internet, how's it doing? Today we're going to have a vote on bullying and harassment policy for this channel. And this is because, many people, we don't mind people calling me out for, if I make a mistake or something like that. But people slandering my name will not stand. And if you want to take it to the courts, I'm not stopping you, take it to the courts. I can fight it in the courts. We'll bring it to the courts. Simple as, if you want to slander my name, we'll bring it to the courts. Simple as that. We don't mind people saying, you're wrong on this and saying, I don't believe in this. That's okay, that's totally okay. We're never going to annoy that. But people harassing me and people calling me, very nasty names, which I'm taking very hard for, and I'm taking it too hard. It's enough, and especially now, people are worried enough in this time of Ireland, and people don't want to see these comments on my channel. People, who are intentionally trying to bully people. And I'm saying to people in this channel, people who are loyal to this channel, to vote yes on this. And if people have objections, like some people might have an objection to it, we have deleted bot comments in the last week because they were obviously spamming the channel. We can't have that, and that's as simple as that. We deleted 2 other comments because they were harassing 2 other people, which were on another video. So one of the videos said a name on my video when I was talking with the Dublin person, which had nothing to do with the person because the person's in Scotland. And we had to delete that because we can't have people being slandered. And I won't stand for anybody slandering me. And I said it straight. Slander is against the law in the Constitution of Ireland. And I took on my hat because now I'm very serious. If you have a problem with that, it's constitutionally bound for me to report it. And if anybody has a problem with that, I would say, if I was deleting comments and postings and denying people's free speech, I would say straight away, I'm denying people's free speech, but I'm not. I'm not. Completely. And if people want to take that out of context, then so be it. And if people want to hate me for what I'm doing, so be it. Because the people who are hating me, and I'm saying this straight to the people, you wouldn't go as far as I have gone. You wouldn't fight as long as I have fought. And tomorrow is a very, very tough day for me. And for me to make this statement, many years ago I would have said, I would have boiled it all up and said nothing about it. But if you have a problem with it, there's always the courts. Slander is against the Constitution of Ireland. Anybody slandering anybody's name or making it of anybody's good name can be brought up the steps and can be sued. And I have no problem. I have no problem with that bringing it into the courts. We might have to bankrupt myself. I might bankrupt myself bringing it into the courts. But if it's to get my good name, because one thing's for sure, and I say this to people, many young people sit down and say, it's nothing to do with me what's happening in the country at the moment. There's nothing bothered to me. It's no issue with me. I'm going out of my way to talk about things. And if trolls want to troll me, they can troll me all they want. But I'm asking for people to vote yes on this amendment to this channel, and give the channel moderators more power. We won't suppress people's free speech, and I promise you that. And I put my hand over my heart over my heart, and I say we won't suppress anybody's free speech. But if it's bullying and harassment, if somebody says to another person, like which happened in one of the channels, somebody told somebody to shut the fuck up in one of my videos, and somebody could have took that as an offence. The person, we don't know what people are like, so that's why we deleted that comment, because it was obviously saying to someone, we don't know what people will people take that as a joke. Like somebody could have been joking, we don't know, but we took obviously the right action. But I'm just saying to people, if we asking for the authority, and I'm asking for my moderators to have the authority if necessary. Like we won't delete comments. People are allowed to freely say, I don't agree with you on this point X, Y, and Z. We have no problem with that. I allow that. Of course I allow that. People have criticised me in the past for saying a few things that wouldn't correct, and that's okay. Like, we allow that 100%. And I always say to people, if I forgot something, say if I was talking about something, and they correct me, and I always say thank you, and I always admit that was wrong. But in this situation, I'm not wrong. And it's simple as that. It's YouTube that's deleting a few comments. YouTube has censored this channel a bit, which is true because they have told me straight out that there's a bit of censorship going on in this channel, and there's a bit of censorship going on. There's nothing we can do about it. What I'm saying to the trolls, if you have a problem with that, bring it to YouTube. YouTube will tell you to go, do your own thing, and they troll you maybe. But I'm saying to people to vote yes, and I'm asking you, to vote yes, because at the moment in time, tomorrow, watch my video tomorrow, and you'll find out, people who troll me now, have a very, very sad life, because tomorrow is a very big day, a very upsetting day at the same time for me to recall the memories of 5 years ago. And people might say that's a sad story, a soft story, but it is hard. It's hard for somebody that's is dealing with depression and could be depressed. Like I'm very prone to be depressed, and people calling me names and saying to them, evil inside. We'll not stand, and we'll never stand, and won't stand anymore if people vote yes. So please vote yes. Thank you.